Recent First, let us see how the market for money works. Reserve Bank sets the interest rate for the economy. It is called the repo rate, which is the rate bankers pay one another for money borrowed for 1 day. Now, how does RBI ensure that the repo rate becomes the interbank rate? RBI does this through the CRR, or the cash reserve ratio. CRR is the percentage of a bank's deposits that a bank must keep in idle cash. Right now the CRR is 4%. This means that if a bank gets a deposit of 100 rupees at say 7%, it can lend only 96 rupees. 4 rupees has to be kept with the Reserve Bank as cash. For banks, it's a loss to raise money at 7% and even keep a small part idle. So they always keep just the exact amount as cash. Quantity of a bank's deposit changes every minute. So the banks fall short of their reserves, they borrow from each other in the call market. In case many banks or the banking system has extra cash, they can lend the extra money to RBI through the SDF window or the special deposit facility. The Reserve Bank will pay them repo rate minus 0.25%. Today, SDF rate is 6.25. Contrary-wise, if the entire system is short on cash, then banks can borrow from the Reserve Bank in the MSF window, marginal standing facility, at repo rate plus 0.25%, which today is 6.75%. So by giving money at 6.75 and taking out money at 6.25, Reserve Bank ensures that the call rate remains around the repo rate. Now, why does the cash in the banking system increase or decrease? First, because you and I withdraw money from ATMs or from bank deposits. Second, because say 80 rupees for a dollar or 75 rupees for a dollar versus the current 86 rupees. A cheap dollar means imported goods from t-shirts to drugs to steel can get very cheap, which is bad for the domestic industry. They'll go out of business. So Reserve Bank buys up the dollars. This artificially creates demand for dollars, keeps it priced higher, protects the domestic MSMEs. But when Reserve Bank buys dollars, it is paying the banks in rupees. This increases the rupee reserves in the banking system. Paid for by the banks in rupees, and hence rupee liquidity in the system falls in the interbank market. That's what has happened recently. Reserve Bank may well have sold over $50-60 billion in the past 3 months, which means about 4.2 to 4.5 lakh crore rupees has been pulled out of the banking system over the last 3-4 months. Some of it gets replenished when the government spends money or when customers deposit cash, but the remaining is made good by the Reserve Bank through repos. Now, there are 4 ways for the next CRR cycle, RBI hopes they can estimate their needs on a fortnightly basis. But if cash is suddenly short due to heavy Reserve Bank selling of dollars, then Reserve Bank usually holds shorter tenor repos. Reserve Bank can also cut the CRR. This is a massive step, and the Reserve Bank takes recourse to it very rarely and very thoughtfully. A third step, it can do open market purchases of bonds. Now, when it buys bonds from banks, it puts money back in their hands, in the hands of the banks. A fourth, Reserve Bank can do buy-sell FX. Three steps. One, it will buy 60,000 crore of bonds in 3 tranches. Two, it will do a 56-day repo of 50,000 crore rupees. And three, it will do a buy-sell FX swap for $5 billion or approximately 45,000 crore. In sum, it will be providing 1.5 lakh crore to the banking system over 2 months. This may adequately or hopefully solve the current liquidity crunch.
Well, thanks so much for tuning in to CNBC TV 18. Make sure you follow us and stay updated on all our social media platforms.